has gained over 65,000 subscribers with only 16 videos, and some of these videos have reached hundreds of thousands of views. The interesting part is that the visual style is extremely simple. One illustrated character, clean white backgrounds, big bold text, money props, simple finance topics, and the same visual identity repeated again and again. Big bold text, money props, simple finance topics, and the same visual identity repeated again and again. But this is also where most people fail. Creating one good image is easy. Creating the same character, same font style, same thumbnail system, same props, same colors, and the same visual language across an entire YouTube channel is much harder. So in this video, I'm going to build my own original version of this faceless finance format from scratch. But instead of generating random images one by one and trying to force them to match later, I'm going to use Lovart as the creative workspace to build a complete, reusable visual production system for the channel. And here's the final result I created.
Picture this. You're 25. You just got your first real paycheck, and you did the responsible thing. You opened a savings account. You started putting away a little each month. You felt good about it. Disciplined even. Now picture the version of you at 45. Same discipline, same habit, 2 decades of consistent saving. You pull up the numbers expecting to feel proud. Instead, you feel confused.
By the end of the video, you will have a finance channel concept, a consistent illustrated mascot, a custom hand-drawn font style, a brand kit, a full set of scene assets, animated clips, and a reusable thumbnail workflow. And make sure you stick around, because later in the video, I'll also give you the 3 master prompts used for this workflow. One for ideation, one for scripting, and one for creating the full. Now before we start creating the visuals, I'm going to use the first 2 prompts, then move into the main workflow. The first one is the ideation prompt. Paste it into your AI assistant and it will generate faceless YouTube niche ideas, viral topic angles, title options, thumbnail ideas, and emotional hooks. Just pick the idea you like. In my case, I selected this finance idea. The second prompt is the script writing prompt. Paste this prompt in the same chat and replace the bracket with your selected topic, and it will give you the final script. The important thing here is that the script needs to be visual. Every section should create a scene that can be represented with the same character, the same props, and the same financial storytelling style. Now the real workflow starts inside Lovart. The first thing I need is a reusable visual style. So inside this workspace, I'm going to open a new project, use the design agent, and start with the skill function to define the channel's visual direction. I'll also select the image model, which is GPT Image 2, before building the visual system. Now I'm going to paste this prompt to create the brand kit system document, and this is crucial for visual consistency. For this finance channel, the style needs to feel like a clean, hand-drawn, educational animation. The mascot should be simple, recognizable, and easy to repeat. That is why I'm not treating this as a single image generation task. I'm building a reusable system. Once the visual direction is defined, the design agent gives me the art style directions inside the system document. The next step is the font. This type of channel relies heavily on big readable text, so I'm going to use the font generator to create a bold, hand-drawn typography style that matches the illustrated finance look. All I have to do is paste the font description here, and it generates the font design. The font needs to work for money amounts, section titles, thumbnail headlines, and simple words like broke, wealthy, saving, investing, and freedom. This matters because the text style is part of the brand. If every thumbnail uses a different font, the channel stops feeling like one consistent visual system. Now the brand kit system document is ready, and this is where the whole visual system starts becoming reusable. I click on Create Brand Kit and upload the full system document we created earlier. Then, Lovart extracts the key visual details, including the color palette, art style, character direction, and font style. Once the details are extracted, I can create a new project using this brand kit. Instead of giving a random prompt every time, I can now use the brand kit as the foundation for this entire project. That means when I move into the actual video production, I'm not starting from zero anymore. I already have a visual identity, a mascot direction, a typography style, and a consistent design language. Now that the brand kit is ready, I can start the actual finance video project. This is where the third master prompt comes in. This visual workflow prompt is used for the design agent. When I paste this prompt here, the design agent first asks for the full script. I simply paste the entire script, and it analyzes it, breaks it into visual scenes, and creates a repeatable image workflow based on the brand kit. This is the most important part of the process, because the goal is not just to create images. The goal is to turn the script into a consistent scene system. The design agent uses the script as the input and generates the visual direction for each section. And because the brand kit is already attached to the project, the visuals follow the same mascot style, font style, colors, and layout rules. As you can see, the full script is now broken down into scenes. And because the brand kit already knows how the visuals should look, the prompts can actually stay very simple. Now I can start generating the first image assets. I can ask the design agent to generate the first scene. Now, as you can see, I've generated multiple images, and they all have the same illustration style, same line work, same character, same typography, and same overall tone. This is where Lovart starts becoming more useful as a production system, instead of just a generator. Once the first few images look right, I can move into agent batch generation. Instead of creating every scene one at a time, I can generate a full set of consistent scenes in one connected batch. For this sample video, I'm creating 10 scenes in one batch. I can simply ask the design agent to generate the desired number of scenes together, or I can batch generate the entire scene list. This gives me a full visual library for the video, and because the batch is connected to the same brand kit, the scenes feel like they belong together. But even with good generations, there are always small things you want to change. Maybe a money amount needs to be different. Maybe a chart needs to move. Maybe the character needs to be repositioned. Normally, this is where AI workflows become annoying, because you have to regenerate the entire image just to fix one small detail. But inside Lovart, I can convert the image into editable layers. That means I can select specific parts of the image and adjust them directly. I can move the character, resize props, change text, adjust the layout, and refine the composition without restarting the whole generation. This is very useful for YouTube visuals, and the best part is that it can save a lot of credits. Because thumbnails and educational scenes need to be clear, being able to edit specific elements gives much more control. This is also one of the reasons Lovart is especially useful for thumbnails. And all of these assets stay inside the same project, arranged inside an infinite canvas. Instead of having assets scattered everywhere, I can keep the whole workflow inside one connected workspace. This makes the project much easier to manage, especially if you want to create not just one video, but an entire channel. Once the system is built, the next video becomes much faster. You can reuse the same mascot, same font, same visual style, and same thumbnail rules, then generate a new set of scenes for a different finance topic. Now that the images are ready, I can turn selected visuals into animated clips. The animations do not need to be complicated. For this style of faceless finance video, simple, clean motion works better. The goal is to create enough movement to make the video feel alive while still keeping the clean educational style. So I can take the consistent images created inside the project and use video generation to turn them into short animated moments. Now the last important piece is the thumbnail. For this type of channel, the thumbnail is not separate from the workflow. It uses the same character, the same hand-drawn font, the same financial props, and the same visual identity. So, I'm going to use the thumbnail skill, designed around a clean background, big readable text, a strong mascot pose, clear financial contrast, and a simple before and after idea. This is how the workflow becomes scalable. You are not just creating one demo. You are building a system that can produce an entire faceless channel. Lovart helps you build a connected creative workflow where the idea, branding, scene generation, editing, animation, and thumbnail creation all stay in one place. And for faceless channels, that consistency is everything, because the more recognizable your visual system becomes, the easier it is to produce new videos without rebuilding the style every time. The 3 master prompts used in this workflow are available below in my Discord server. You can use them for finance or adapt them to other faceless niches like history, psychology, business, education, or storytelling. And if you want to test the workflow yourself, you can check the link in the description, and I will see you in the next one.
Subscribe me, because more money-making tips, command high, I will tell you.